Hi, everybody, and welcome to the webinar. This is Alicia, and I am so happy that you're here with us today. Now, before I start the PowerPoint presentation, Fred from Florida wanted to know where I got the free PowerPoint template that I'm using, which I'll show you in a minute. But before we get started, let me just help out Fred, because this will help you too. PowerPoint templates are so important for presentations, and also I use great templates for social media images. They actually are very easy to manipulate for social media, Facebook ads, all that good type of stuff. So the first resource I'm going to show you is this website called Slides Carnival. And I've showed this on the webinar before, so some of you might be familiar with it, but it is my #1 website to go to for getting PowerPoint slides. So if you're on the home page, you can just scroll through it and you see all these great PowerPoint templates that they have. And then you can even sort them by different categories: formal, inspirational, creative, simple, startup, right? So the one that I have is in creative, I believe. Let me double check. Let's see here. Is it going to pop up? Here it is. It's called Jackimo Presentation Template. This is my favorite. I'm going to send you the link in the chat box for Fred. There you go, Fred. And then here is the PowerPoint presentation template, and it tells you two things. You can use it as a Google Slides theme, or you can download it as a PowerPoint template. So if you have PowerPoint, you can click download, or I'm using it using Google Slides. As you see me using it, I'm using Google Slides. So if you don't have PowerPoint, you're going to click on Use as a Google Slides theme. It's going to pop up, but you're going to notice you can't change anything on it. So you're going to have to go to File, make a copy. You're going to name it something else, Test 1, and then it's going to open up a copy of the original slide, which is right here, and this one is going to let you change it. So let me just show you 1 second as it's catching up. All right, so I'm going to delete this. So you'll see the whole PowerPoint will load right here, and you can keep the template and you just change things in it. If you like a certain slide, you can duplicate that slide or just push enter after that slide and you'll get something similar. So yeah, just having some fun. So that's how you use it. So just to recap, we're at slidescarnival.com. You pick the template or theme that you like, and then you pick if you want to use it as a Google Slides theme or download as a PowerPoint template. Downloading as a PowerPoint, self-explanatory. If you download as a Google Slides theme, you'll notice you can't edit it. So you go to File, make a copy, you rename that copy. Here's my Test 1. And then you can go in and change anything you want on the PowerPoint. Was that good, Fred? All right, guys, hope you like that as well. And now I'm actually going to get to the PowerPoint and start the presentation. But yes, that is my favorite tool, and lots of our students actually use that tool to do PowerPoint templates for CEOs and corporations and get paid for it. So it's really cool. All right, today's presentation is all about doing more and working less. And what do I mean by that? I mean using people or I should say leveraging people and tools to get the most out of your time and to get the most done. Now, as you all know, because you've been on these webinars before, we are a big fan of, getting more done without doing the work ourselves, and we love to outsource. So I'm going to show you some of the people that we outsource to, what we've outsourced to them, and then you can go and use the exact same people. There's nothing like getting a direct reference of somebody to use, right? So, yeah, hi everybody, it's Alicia. So here is one of my favorite, oops, I went a little too fast, hang on 1 second. Here is one of my favorite virtual assistants. Her name is Shauna Kay. Now the website that we're on right now and that we're going to discuss in this whole presentation is Fiverr.com. Now all of you should be on Fiverr because I talk about it all the time, but let me just type Shauna Kay's Fiverr ID in there. So what Shauna Kay does is she does 5 hours of work for $5, which is ridiculously low. I am sure she's going to mark up that price soon. So if you want somebody to be a virtual assistant, make sure you jump on this. I'm sure you have a whole list of things that you would have liked to have gotten done, but you didn't do it because you didn't have the time or, you know, the knowledge or the resources. But could you afford to hire someone $5 for 5 hours? Yes or no? Could you afford to hire someone? That's $1 an hour. It's really ridiculously low. But she does an amazing job. I never ask her to do a whole bunch of stuff. I really don't. I don't ask her to do 5 hours worth of stuff. I would just feel guilty. But what I did was I gave her what I needed to get done, and she returned it to me just in an amazing format. I was really happy with it. So how many of you could use an assistant? Maybe somebody who does data entry for you or research for you. For me, she did research, and I consider myself a great Googler, but she found stuff that I could not find on Google, and I guess that's why I was so happy with her gig. And she made phone calls and everything for me to really get the best results. She's like, when I called them, they said, I was blown away. I'm like, you called them for me? So if you think that you would use a virtual assistant, just type me in the chat box, because a virtual assistant will help you get through a lot of things. They can write your Twitter posts for the month for you. They can write, I mean, whatever you ask them to do and the instructions that you give them. I'm telling you guys, stop making excuses for not getting things done. There are people that can help you at a really affordable rate. If you cannot afford $5 for 5 hours, you're fooling yourself. You can afford it, right? What did you buy today that you should have given up for a virtual assistant? All right, great. So let me move on to the next slide really quickly. Sorry, got to go back to the presentation. I'm kind of clicking all around the place. Where's my present button? Sorry about that. All right, here we go. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and I'm going to give you a few resources in transcription, is transcription. You know, this webinar that we're doing today, I should get it transcribed so that you guys can read it. And, you know, my commitment this month and every month after now is to get more things transcribed. We all need more content. So why don't I get this transcribed and turn it into a blog post, a report, a PDF? So I'm committed to doing it more. And all I need is a transcriptionist to help me do that. So here is a transcriptionist who's been around for a really long time, very reputable. Her name is Miss Transcript. So I'm going to copy her Fiverr URL and put it in the chat box for you. Give me 1 second. And if you just click on these and open them up, because after the webinar is over, I will send you a recording, but the chat box will be closed. So if you want it, just click on the links and leave them open, and you can check out what these people that we use, you can check them out later. All right, so good. Now my next person here for transcription, I have another transcription one. This person transcribes podcasts and videos and everything like that. Her Fiverr ID is Winnie Rocks. So I just typed that into the chat box for you as well. So she's got some different packages that she offers, but her transcription, you do not have to go back and edit anything on it. Now the first girl did 20 minutes for $5. The second girl did 15 minutes for $5. And this third person that I'm going to show you, she does 30 minutes of transcription, turns it around in 24 hours, and she only charges $5 for it. Crazy, I know, but it's absolutely awesome. So now, you know, if you have always wanted to write a book, but you'd prefer to speak it out, or all of us have things that we could transcribe. Think about it for a second. I just gave you 3 awesome transcribers that I use that you should be using too. So anybody was looking for a transcriber, you know how you could use one? Type 1 on your keyboard. I want to see if anybody's going to hire a transcriber now to get their projects done. It's really important to, you know, make sure that you've got the right people on your team, and you can hire people just on Fiverr. Like, you don't need to hire people full time. So, all right, Brenda gave me a 1. So, Brenda, I hope you'll use one of these ladies. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is, slide one ahead, one too much. Okay, Rich said he will be using a transcriber as well. The next one is Jody B 1988, and what she does is she provides customer service by the way of email support or chat support. So if you wanted somebody to do live chat on your website or email support, so I pay someone to be on live chat on our website, but I need more people. So I found her today. She does live chat support for 2 hours a day, and I only need 4 hours. So it's going to cost me $10 to hire someone to do my live chat for 4 hours. That is so worth it. She's not in my office. I don't have to pay any, that's it. I just blown away. So if you need somebody to check your emails or do chat support, write this down, write this down. Wall is giving us a tip. He says to save all the links, you can click on the chat box in the top right, then click File, Save, Questions, Chat Log, and your computer will download all of the links that I'm putting in your chat box. So, wow, Wall, thank you so much. I know I can do it, but I didn't know you guys could do it. So that's great. All right. Wall is a resource there. The next one is phone calls, and this is something that's getting really big on Fiverr, and that is people hiring other people to make their phone calls for them. So the last time I did a class, a workshop, I guess you could call it, I wanted I think it might have been 60 of my participants to receive a phone call. Isn't that an amazing touch? So what I did was I hired this girl right here who called everybody on my list and asked them the few questions. I asked them, are you now in the Facebook group? Like, I just gave her a list of questions to ask. She asked the questions and then gave me a report. So here's my advice. Put all the people you want her to call in an Excel sheet with their name and their phone number, and then what she does is she responds back with that Excel sheet and all of the messages, like spoke to her, she said thanks, or no answer, left a voicemail, and then she'll go back again and make a second or third call to the people who didn't answer. So I mean, that really helped me out there, and the data was priceless. So the questions I had her ask them and the responses I got back, priceless. I loved it. So could you guys see how this could be really useful for you? Yes, hiring somebody to make phone calls for you. They can do appointment setting. Let's say you have leads. You can hire someone to, call your leads for you. It's really a time saver right there. So, yep. I'm going to paste the links in the chat box in a minute. I see you asking for them. Let me just show you one more person, and then I'm going to start copying and pasting links. So this, oops, sorry, went one ahead. Sorry, going back. I think my computer's doing too many things at the same time. So this person right here also does phone calls, and you can see they do compliance calls, appointment confirmation, appointment setting, customer service, and virtual office calls. So they also do inbound calls. So you can forward your phone number to them, and they will answer your phone calls for you. So they'll call any toll-free or regular USA number on your behalf. Yeah? Love it. All right, here's another one. So this person translates English to Spanish. Someone asked me on the last webinar if I knew of a translator, and I didn't. So I made sure to, this lady, I've been in contact with her. I haven't used her yet, but I know other people that have used her, and her reviews are excellent. Now look at that. She charges $5, oh, you can't see it, to translate up to 3,000 words, and then $10 up to 5,500 words, and $20 if it's over 5,500. So couldn't you see you getting your ebooks translated? There's a whole bunch of different things that you could translate into Spanish. Wow, isn't this something that you really, could use or put on your to-do list for the future. I know, it's awesome. Okay, before I get into 2 tools, I wanted to show you one other Fiverr person. Let me see, where did I put him? Hang on 1 second. I have another window up. Let's see, where did I put him? Oh, here he is over here. So this guy does some really great blog post writing. His Fiverr account also really stands out. I love, you know, he's got videos showing you everything that he does, but I have to get blog posts written for a client, and I do not write them myself, but I can hire this guy to write them. So let me just send you his Fiverr ID. And those of you who, you know, would like some more content, you can hire a professional writer to do it for you. So you can see $5 gets you 500 well-crafted and effective words. I will write SEO optimized articles, Facebook fan page contents, articles on any topic, content rewriting, and anything else you need. And his comments are really amazing. So he's got some really great comments here. And I am going to also show you some of the other things that he does. I believe he did one other thing that I wanted to point out to you. Hang on 1 second. Other gigs by him. I know some of you could definitely use a writer, yeah? So he's got Be Your Virtual Assistant, Make Phone Calls, Awesome Invitations and Cards, and Transcription. So he's got some other stuff that he does, and you'll find this with a lot of proofread your articles and books, transcribe 15 minutes of audio or video. Oh, and he's online right now. And if you want something custom, you can request a custom offer from him right there, okay? So let me see, there's one other person that I wanted to show you for press release writing and submission, and if you want to, let's see, be a guest blogger on different blogs. But here's one right here, and it says, I will submit your press release to top press release submission services. So you can get your press release submitted, you can get your press release written and submitted, and you can submit your press release and provide 60 social shares, mix of social sites, Twitter, Facebook, etc. So, you know, when you write a press release, you want it to go as far as possible. So the larger package is the good one. You can see that they talk about SEO, premium, and pro packages, and a lot of really great reviews. This is the same site we get all of our press releases submitted to right here. And then even, you know, we do this for a lot of our clients, but when we want to spread their brands bigger, we post, what should I say? We post a blog post on a high PR ranking website. So I'll post your article on my PR2 Home and Real Estate. I'll post your article on my PR4 Arts and Entertainment. I will put your guest post on my PR2 Technology blog. So there's a bunch of other stuff that this person does. But what I'm recommending is that you look at the press release service, because all of you need to get more press releases out about what you are doing. And even you could have this as a service for clients, charge them a whole lot, as one of our students, Travis, does, and then, you know, just pay a little here on the site. All right, almost done. Just have 2 more things that I wanted to show you, and then you are off the hook. Are you guys learning something? You getting some good resources out of this? I hope so, and I hope that you use them. All right, so the next tip is Grammarly, and this Grammarly is what we use for editing our writing. So it's a great proofreading tool. So I think I've told you guys about this before. I'll paste a link in a minute, but Grammarly is your proofreader. It's free, it's a free tool, but when you upgrade to the paid version, it's an awesome proofreader. It's even a great service to offer, like proofreading documents for people. But here's one of our students posted a few days ago. Guys, I'm loving Grammarly. Yes, you should. It's an awesome tool. So I'll show that to you in a minute. And the last tool is one that I use so much. In fact, I'm guest posting or invited to post on someone's blog and write an article. and she asked for the #1 social media tool that I use, and I use so many tools like Hootsuite and Grum and all this scheduling and all this stuff. But when I really come down to it, I love Canva for helping me create social media images and a bunch of different designs. So I hope that that helps you as well. Canva.com. Now, I am done. Do you guys have any questions before we wrap this up? I know that I owe you some links in the chat box. I'm going to do that really quickly. But before I go, do you guys have any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Yes, you can. Let me see 1 second here. Content maker. So you guys should see a whole bunch of links coming to you in the chat box. I'm about to paste the girl I hired to do phone calls for me. You know, it really is about leveraging time. My time is limited. So as much as I'd love to call everybody who came to my last boot camp, and I do send out emails and follow-ups and all that kind of stuff, but sometimes I just can't call. I don't even know how many people it was, 60 people. I can't call them that quickly. So I might want to call them in my own time, but really I want them to get a call the day after class and see great customer service coming from us. And the only way that can happen is for me to hire somebody. Jennifer says, what about recommendations for websites or blog designs? Yes, let me see if I can find the blog design Fiverr person. Give me a minute real quick. I'm just looking to see. I might have to, I might have to send that one to you. I cannot find him right away, Jennifer. So send me a message in Facebook, and I will get back to you, the person that I use for blog and website design. Okay. All right, both of you, 2 of you want blog and website design. Now, if you search in Fiverr, you are going to find a bunch of people who do it as well. Let me just show you how to do that search while I was trying to look around for the person I knew, but I can't find him. So if you go to Fiverr and just type in website design right here at the top, you can then search for people who are doing website design. Now, Fiverr will automatically sort by relevance, but if you sort it by average customer review instead of relevance, you're going to find people that have great reviews, right? This is not coming up too, hang on 1 second. I'm going to go into, I'm going to go into graphic and design and then web design. Let me go into the category better and then sort it by customer review, which is how I like to sort it, to see the people that are getting great reviews. This person is featured. I'll create a creative and stunning website, a landing page, design a landing page or squeeze page. So you can see there's a bunch of different people that do it, right? You can see a bunch of different people here. All right, you guys have any other questions? If not, it's a wrap. Any other questions? Charmaine is on Fiverr and wants us to look at her Fiverr account and give her some recommendations. So I'll do that, Charmaine. Anybody else? Anybody else need anything? Let's see. All right, Charmaine, try that user ID again for me, Charmaine. I'm not getting anything with that user ID. Give it to me again. Any other questions? Going once. Going twice. Charmaine, I'm just waiting for your Fiverr ID. Just check it again. All right, let me try this again. Hang on, we're going to look at Charmaine's Fiverr account. All right, and I'm going to type this into the chat box so everybody could see your Fiverr account here. So, all right, You have bookkeeping, online and market research. I'll be your virtual assistant. So let me click on your, I will provide excellent bookkeeping services. First of all, your description is way too short. They give you the opportunity to add 1,200 characters. Is it characters in your description? No, 1,200. Yeah, I think characters in your description. And you only have 3 paragraphs. This should be nice and long, telling me exactly what you will do. Give me more details on it. And then you have the opportunity to use 3 images. You should be using at least 3 images. Remember, when you upload your image to Fiverr, make sure it's saved as your keyword. So I hope this image is saved with the word bookkeeping or bookkeeping service, okay? So those are 2 things that you can do. 6 hours of work? Oh my gosh, I need to hire you. What? Let me write this down. I totally need some QuickBooks work. No, but it's great. Look, you have an awesome offer. 6 hours of bookkeeping. 6 hours of bookkeeping for $5. So this image right here, though, should have a split screen here, and you should write on top of it. Use Canva. 6 hours of bookkeeping for $5, because that image, putting that right up front, because I didn't see that until, where did I read it? Or is this your upsell for 6 hours? So how many hours are you giving? No, it's 6 hours. Make it a little bit clearer. Put that right here. This will go crazy. You should have that up before tax time a little bit better. But a lot of people who didn't make it to tax time or want to not get behind on their taxes now, right? They need to see that. One of the things you need to do it with your description is this is a sales letter, so you need to write it like a sales letter. So let me go back to your bookkeeping. You know, sell it to me. I will provide professionally done bookkeeping services. Record all your accounts receivables, blah, blah. So contact me as soon as you are ready. So if this was me, you know, I'm thinking as a copywriter, I'm going to write, are you sick and tired of doing your bookkeeping all by yourself? Do you wish that you had someone that was a professional with years of experience in QuickBooks to do your bookkeeping for you? Another question mark. Of course you do. Well, look no further. I provide, you know, professional bookkeeping services with QuickBooks. Let me look what else. I will record all your accounts receivable, like in bullet points. I will do your accounts payable, your income, your expenditures. I will put all your entries in timely and accurately. So after those bullet points, the next thing that you're going to put is, you know, keeping track of your financials is the key to building a successful business. If this is for business owners, right, is the key to building a successful business. If you don't know where your money is at, your business is going to suffer. Something sexier than that. So at the end, it would say something like, don't wait another minute to get further behind in your finances. Hire me, get on top of it, and blah, blah, blah. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have to have some copywriting in there. Do you guys agree? She needs some copywriting in there. She needs to sell it to us. So here she says, I will do excellent online and market research. So she says, not only will I assist you by providing excellent work, but I also provide exceptional support services and online research. Customer satisfaction is my #1 priority. So I will do excellent online and market research. So you would start off by saying, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out what this is because you didn't give me enough in your description, right? So do you need some great market research but don't have the time to gather all the data that you need? You know, market research is key to putting together great whatever they're doing, right? To putting together great presentations, reports, documentations. Let me do the market research for you. I will do data lookup, online research, like whatever you will do, talk about it. This needs to be a lot longer. Charmaine, are you getting this? Just give me a yes, let me know. And the last one, Rich had a really great suggestion. He said just hire someone on Fiverr to write your sales copy for your gig, which is totally true. You should totally do that. If you want to take a crack at it, do it. Otherwise, yes, take Rich's suggestion. Thanks, Rich. And then she says this one, hi, my name is Charmaine. I want to be your expert virtual assistant. I have 24 years of administrative experience. So what can I do for you? Yep, that's good. What are you waiting for? Hit that button, contact me. Thanks for visiting my page. Charmaine says, thanks, Rich. So how many hours are you going to do a virtual assistant work? 8 hours for $5? That's way too many. You need to just give 2 hours to start off with or something. And this image doesn't really show us anything. Take this into Canva and split your screen and put, virtual assistant 2 hours for $5 or whatever it is that you're starting off with. And then again, write some good copy here. Again, I don't know, I'm kind of having a blank right here, but think about writing some killer copy for this, or like Rich says, hire someone and do that. You are on your way, though. I mean, like, there are excellent offers that you have here, but you also need to do all 7 offers. You only have 3 up. Remember, you have to do at least 7. As a level 1 seller, you can do 7 and you will be successful. So do at least 7 for me, please, and then just work on making these better. Work on the images a little bit better so I can see right away when I'm skimming the page. Let me show you an example. And are you in my Facebook group, Charmaine? All right, so look, I typed in the word transcription. Look at this, accurate transcription, 5-star rating. This one says, they talk about a little bit about what they're doing. Look how clean this image is. All of your audio video files for $5. $5 for 25 minutes. I didn't even sort it by highest rating, which is what I should have done. And then you'll see this person even has a video describing what it is, but flawless transcription, proofread. Your image needs to sell as you're scrolling down the page. You need to show us what you're offering, right, as you're scrolling down the page. Transcription is something that's in high demand. So if you're not putting a picture of your face up that people might recognize or connect with, please make sure that you tell me in your image what you're providing. All right, you're really close. You're really close. So Rich says, do all 7 gigs need to be congruent? No, they don't need to be congruent. They don't have to be congruent. But if you looked on some of our people that I recommended, like the girl that's doing phone calls, she has a bunch of phone call gigs, data entry, virtual assistant, like they're all related. So I actually hired her first to be a virtual assistant, saw that she did phone calls, hired her to do that. So that sometimes works to your benefit, is to keep it as relatable as possible, but it's not the rule. All right? It's not the rule. So any other questions? But yes, you should have all 7. So they allow you to have 7 gigs up, and you should have all 7 up. Yeah? All right, any other questions? Charmaine was at my class 2 Saturdays ago. All right, great. Keep working on it. You're almost there. Any other questions? All right, going once, going twice. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us on this webinar. Go out there and get more done, but you work less. Leverage other people's skills and knowledge and passion to get more done. Get more done in your business, and throw out those roadblocks. Crawl whatever you have to do all over them by hiring other people to do the work for you. I highly recommend it. I use Fiverr almost every single day. Even though we have a staff of, I don't know, over 30, maybe 40 people, including all, our staff all over the world, I still am hiring people on Fiverr all the time. So you should be too. All right, everybody, have a great the rest of your night. For those of you in this time zone, the rest of you in Australia and the other time zone, what, it must be morning or day for you, right? So anyway, everybody, take care, and I hope you use some of these resources and found it helpful. Bye. Bye, everybody.